Kharkhorin is a 5 to 7 hours bus drive from UB. And sometimes you get interesting delays along the way, like this flock of sheep. Sitting in the middle of nowhere, Kharkhorin gives a sort of a Wild West feel with all its horse riders, roaming horses and roaming grazing flocks of animals. It's a typical Mongol town with a Soviet-era center, surrounded by the residential areas with fenced homes, with colorful wooden houses and very often a gear or two. It is peaceful and also with an undeniable charm, in my opinion. Zooming in on the monastery, which used to be one of Mongolia's biggest, and it's one of Mongolia's oldest. And this is its golden stupa, which was erected in 1799. The temple was ordered built in 1585 and was active until communism arrived in the 1930s, when it was completely closed down and most of the buildings were destroyed. It used to be 60 to 100 temples, 300 gears and 1,000 monks inside this vast compound, but the communists broke almost all of them. Today only the Lavrin temple is active. And this is why the vast enclosure seems so empty. It used to be packed with buildings. Bronze pots used to make tea and food for monks. The Saidam Museum, half an hour from Kharkhorin, hold finds from the Turkic period found in the Orkhon Valley. The Kuli Tegin stela was erected in 732 AD and is written in a runic alphabet. Interesting for a Norwegian, some of those runic letters is exactly the same as the runic letters the Viking used thousands of kilometers away. And this is a Turkic era memorial enclosure for somewhere in the Kushu-Saidam Valley. There is a small market in central Kharkhorin with food shops, some mechanical shops and even places to eat. It's a good place for tourists to pick up things like ayrag and dried curds, which is a typical nomadic speciality. Here's the famous ayrag, fermented horse milk. I love the stuff. I found this little eatery with cheap Mongolian food. People were very curious and they were not used to see tourists, but they were very helpful, very forthcoming, very welcome, and very lovely. In Kharkhorin Museum we find some nice objects from a 7th century nobleman grave, which was found in Shoron, Bombagan. Here is a door of the grave with golden lock and I recommend hiking in the hills that surrounds the town. For me the hiking was very pleasant and the views are excellent in good weather. On many of the hilltops local people have gathered skulls of horses, perhaps cattle as well. And you find many ovos, which are sacred stone mounds. These are shamanistic in nature despite all the prayer flags, so you see a merging of different tradition, different religion, which is so much what makes Mongolia very special. A microdrama, 2 insects fighting over food. I honestly love to find things like this, and this is a main reason why I often walk slowly, sit down, look around, because if you do, you find so many funny small things like this. And this is something I will take the opportunity to encourage people to do. Walk slower, sit down, look around. Try to absorb the nature that you actually are in. So many people are so much in a hurry, so much busy, that they actually lose so much funny, beautiful, interesting details. And that I find actually directly sad. It's a pity. As you can see here, the city, the town ends abruptly, and from there it's wilderness and farmland all the way. You really don't have to go far to get down into nature, get into hiking country here. These funny buggers are highly active and very busy every afternoon, evening, looking for girls. In Kharkhorin I saw quite a lot of very, very beautiful, spectacular sunsets, and that's something I recommend you to have a look for. The hilltops east of town is an excellent place of it. Go to the Turtle and the Ovo east of town, and you have a good place to see the colors. And now I leave Mongolia. Next destination is Kazakhstan for a month. And I will expect to make a lot of good videos, nice videos from there. It's a beautiful, spectacular country as well. And until then, I say bye-bye.